Fam, it's your sister Michelle here doing another video for y'all. You know how I drop my videos. I drop them when I get a chance. If you hear some rumbling and stuff in the background, it's because they are cutting the grass here. I've been waiting for a while to do my video, but they're taking forever. So, you know what it is. Look, I'm back on point. I finally got another stand. Like I said, my other videos was kind of rocky because I didn't have a stand. But it is what it is. I love you all so much. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. I love you all so much, and I hope you're doing the best on your journey. I'm wishing you nothing but love and light. You know how I feel about y'all. I think you're amazing, wonderful, spectacular human beings. And don't you forget it. No matter what you've been through, remember who you are. Remember that you are loved and you are needed. The narcissist, well, you already know what the situation is with them. We ain't gonna talk about that. YouTube better not block us 2022. No narc zone and beyond. This video is about something I talked about in a previous video about the narcissists when they are discarded by the new supply. Now, I'm re-engaging with this because I've seen some of my family members who I love so much. I told you before, I love your opinions. Whatever you say, I rock with you. We can agree to disagree because we're family. That's what we do. Family don't always agree with each other, but we can learn from each other whether we're right or wrong. But I'm going to tell you something. I have had people say that the new supply will never discard the narcissist. It doesn't work like that. Why is it not working like that? It's going to always be this and that or whatever, you know, the case may be. But let me tell you something. I tell people all the time, that's just now. And what you're seeing right now. Listen to me what I'm telling you. When I was the new supply and you were the new supply, the person before them thought the same thing about us. Yeah, it might take months. Sometimes it takes many years, but it always ends up the same. Whether the narcissist discards us or the new supply discards the narcissist. So really, this is about when the narcissist new supply discards them, and people say, oh, the new supply would never do that. They would never do it because they haven't been involved with it too long. Or their skin is tough. And they can keep on maintaining this for a long period of time, even though they're unhappy. Now, let's talk about that. Let's tell you something. Even though people might be there with a person and you don't understand, it doesn't mean that they're happy. It doesn't mean they're not thinking every day about the mistake they made by even meeting this person like we have done. Or guess what? I'm in it so deep. Now I might as well go on with it. But guess what? Everything that comes to a front always comes to an end if there's nothing genuine involved. Listen to your sister. I don't care how long it takes. When you find out later on, short term or long term, when you find out there's nothing genuinely invested, some take longer to understand it, some don't. Eventually, things are going to change. Change comes when you get tired. Yes, listen to your sister. Change comes when people get tired. And even the new supply will get tired. They might, like I said, stick in there for whatever reasons they did, just like we did for whatever reasons we did it. But eventually, the person that you're dealing with is not a good person. They're not a good person. And even if, say for instance, the new supply stays with the narcissist, what does that mean? They're staying in misery. They're staying in unhappiness. You see, let me tell you something I learned. Sometimes you can stay with people and it's a messed up situation, but you dream and desire to be disconnected from it. And when you get to a point where you dream and desire to be disconnected from something, guess what? Truly, you're already gone. Your body might still be there, right? For all the right reasons or the wrong reasons, but you have emotionally or mentally moved on. So if a narcissist is still with the new supply and they're there after all this time and we can't understand it, they're there because they are at a point, trust me, I know, that they are already emotionally and mentally gone. They're just physically there and used to the routine, which nobody should be used to the routine of being abused or being neglected or done any kind of way. Some people do stay in those situations, but are they happy and healthy situations with a narcissist? The answer is hell no. Trust me when I tell you that. Even if you think at the moment the new supply is never going to leave the narcissist, that doesn't mean, okay, say they don't physically leave. Well, what about the other sides? What about the emotional side? What about the not want to sleep with the narcissist? What about just coping with the narcissist just to be coping with the narcissist, that's no way to live. So for the ones who realize that and do discard the narcissist, right? We have a leg up. We're winning. We understand it. We get it. We don't want to, live our life that way forever. And for the ones that stay around, they live in nothing but despair. So even if they stay around, trust your sister. They're staying around for what? All the wrong reasons and not the right. Because if they're truly with a narcissist, trust me, they're never at peace. They're never happy. They're always thinking about woulda, coulda, shoulda, just like we did. Or I should have done this and I shouldn't have done that. Yes, because I know that I did it, and probably so many of you have done it, right? YouTube don't block us. But at the end of the day, if you think a new supply, when they never discard the narcissist, or they're going to stay around, maybe they do stay around. But being discarded don't always mean leaving. Being discarded means being disengaged. And if you deal with a narcissist, you're going to definitely be disengaged at one time or another. Whether they do it to you or you do it to them. It's never a happy situation anyway. So then being there with the narcissist as the new supply, what has that proved? Right? Listen to your sister. I know what I'm talking about. It always works the same. Whether they stay or they go, the outcome of being abused and mistreated is always going to be the same. But trust me, most people, they wise up to it. And the new supply, once they get enough of it and they start looking back at the things they've seen before them and say, oh my God, I should look at the red flags. They want to get on. They hurt the narcissist by discarding them. If they can beat them to the punch. But so many of us don't beat them to the punch. That's why we don't understand that mindset. Which is okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, fam. We got to do what we need to do. But trust me, the new supply, discarding the narcissist, will eventually happen. Whether it is physically done or mentally done. The discard is going to always happen. Especially for the narcissist. You know how they feel about us. They discard us all the time. But we're just talking about the new supply when they discard the narcissist. The discard is not always in a physical place of getting up, moving on. It's a mental thing too. And the narcissist can always, because they're good at that, see that people are getting sick and tired of them. That's why they're future faking. They do all the things they do to try to keep you around. So the new supply, if they keep falling for that over and over again, eventually they will get hip to the game like we got hip to the game. They might have something invested they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave what they think they have built, whatever the case may be. But that doesn't mean they haven't checked out. Listen to your sister. I know what I'm talking about. Discard is discard, whether it be physically discarded or mentally discarded. Either way it goes, when people get done, they're fucking done. Listen to your sister. Everything always works out the same.